Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Wellness Buffet, where we talk about all things plant-based, raw living, vibrant health. If you're new here, I'm Vanessa Lindsey, and today we're going to dive into a fantastic topic: how to eat for long and a healthy life. Ready to live a long, healthy life? We're talking about inspiration from the Blue Zone. Those are magical places where people regularly live past 100, okay? And there's a doctor, his name is Dr. Hinohara. He's a Japanese doctor who lived to be 105. So he had his own diet and his lifestyle, which I'm going to talk a little bit about because those are powerful lessons on longevity. And I'm going to break it all down for you because that's what it's about. We can do all kinds of things. We can dance, we can play, we can eat healthy. There's so many things that we can do. But I want to break it down how they're living to 105. So if you get an opportunity, I want you to look up the blue zones. Everybody write that down, the blue zones. Look them up because there's places throughout the world where people live long because of their lifestyle. And one of the places is in California. So if you know what that is, put that down in the chat for me. So that was just a little test. Okay? So again, before we get started, I'm Vanessa Lindsey, and I've been living a vegan lifestyle for 13 years. But recently, I've been doing a 90% raw plant-based, where I eat a lot of my foods raw, where they still have the nutrition in it. So I know, and I love food when it comes to longevity and vitality. It's because there's so many ways to get healthy. So let's jump right in. Y'all ready to jump in? So the role of longevity. We know that genetics, they can play a part in how long we live, but they can play a small part. But did you know that diet is one of the biggest factors in extending our lifespan and preventing diseases? Let me say that again. Diet is one of the biggest factors in extending our lifespan and preventing diseases. You know, people in the blue zone, places like Okinawa, Japan, Italy, California, and the USA, has some of the highest concentrations of centenarians. And what do they have in common? A diet rich in whole, natural, dense foods. Their way of eating, it helps prevent diseases, diabetes, cognitive decline, while also promoting cellular repair, reducing inflammation, and supporting gut health, which is all crucial for aging gracefully and healthfully. So what are the best foods for longevity? Let's break them down. You ready? Get your pen. Get your pen and paper. Write this down because I know sometimes we watch videos and we just watch. But I want you to get your pen and paper down because we're talking about your health. What's going to make you live longer and healthier. So number one, you all know I always talk about this, leafy greens. They are the foundation of health. So our leafy greens, I'm talking about like kale, spinach, and switch chard, which are packed with vitamins A, C, and K. They have lots of minerals and they have the fiber in them. They support your vision, your immune function, your bone health, and digestion. And they're loaded with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that helps keep our cells young. And that's what we want, to keep our cells young, right? Dr. Hinohara himself emphasized the importance of a simple, nutrient-rich diet. Just keep it simple, you know? And leafy greens are a must. You have to have leafy greens. People are like, but I don't like vegetables. I don't like greens. You have to eat your leafy greens. And don't eat them all cooked, okay? Don't eat them all cooked where you know how sometimes we make our greens and we just cook them and they're so delicious, but you've cooked all the nutrients out, okay? So try adding more salads, green smoothies. You can saute your greens into your daily meal, but just lightly saute them. Don't cook them till there's no more, okay? So do me a favor. What's your favorite leafy green? Is it kale, collard greens? What's your favorite? So let me know in the comments. Another good thing is fermented foods. Oh my goodness. This is the key to gut health. A healthy gut health equals a longer life. Fermented foods like kimchi. Oh, I love kimchi. Then you have your sauerkraut, your miso, and your kombucha are all full of probiotics, which support your digestion, boost the immune system, and even improves mental health through the gut-brain connection. You know that gut-brain connection? These foods are also anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial effects, which help keep harmful bacteria at bay. So, you know, you have all these bacteria, they're all over. There's bacteria, airborne bacteria and stuff in the air. Well, these foods can help keep them at bay. If you're not already eating fermented foods, start small. Maybe add a little sauerkraut to your meals or sip some kombucha. Your gut will say, thank you. Okay, so number 3 is whole grains. The power of fiber is amazing. So unlike refined grains that lose most of their nutrients, whole grains like quinoa, Brown rice, oats are packed with fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. These are some of the things that we really need because what they do is they help regulate your blood sugar, they improve your heart health, they reduce inflammation, support digestion, and provide long lasting energy. Whole grains are a staple in Dr. Hinohara's diet, and they continue to be a part of long living culture. So cultures that live long, they use a lot of these foods. So swap out white bread and pasta for whole grain versions whenever possible. Number 4, olive oil. Olive oil is liquid gold for longevity. And some people debate a little bit on that, but for this reason, I'm going to put it in here because I'm sharing what the doctor does, okay? So olive oil isn't just a cooking staple, it's a superfood. It has longevity, it's rich in monounsaturated fats, it improves your cholesterol levels, it reduces inflammation, protects cells from oxidative stress, and it supports your brain function. Today with all this brain fog, it's like, I definitely need some of that for brain function. Dr. Hinohara drank a tablespoon of olive oil every morning to keep his arteries healthy and his skin youthful. So try using a little extra virgin olive oil as a salad dressing or drizzle it over some veggies for an extra boost. So let me know in the comments if you would ever try drinking olive oil in the morning. I'm going to give it a try. And so another thing is he ate was a lot of nuts and seeds. They're tiny and we know, but they packed a mighty punch. Nuts and seeds are nutritional powerhouses. They're packed with healthy fats, protein, fiber, and essential minerals supporting, again, our heart health, our brain function, blood sugar regulation, and satiation. It helps you to feel full when you feel like you're overeating those nuts and seeds. And you know what? Brain function, especially with the walnuts. Do me a favor, next time you get a walnut, crack it open and you're going to look at it and it's going to look like a brain because it's really good for the brain. And a lot of the foods that we eat, the fruits and vegetables that we eat, it looks like an organ in our body. And so when you look at it, it's like, oh, okay, this looks like walnuts, looks like for my brain. It's probably for my brain, right? You look at kidney beans. Oh, well, then maybe the kidneys may look like a kidney. Maybe they're for my kidneys. So nuts and seeds are linked to a lower risk of chronic diseases like cancer and diabetes. A small handful a day can make a big difference. Go ahead and grab you some almonds, grab you some walnuts. Just go ahead and just grab your handful. So we can't just talk about longevity without addressing what not to eat. Dr. Hinohara and longevity research both emphasize avoiding excessive sugar and processed food. Why? Because they accelerate aging through oxidative stress. They promote chronic inflammation, they lead to insulin resistance and metabolic disorders. High sugar intake causes glycation, which damages skin elasticity. Okay, so we know we want those wrinkles to be not in our face, right? We're like, no. So if you want to look and feel youthful, cutting back on processed foods and added sugars is definitely a key. Stick to whole plant-based foods that nourish your body from the inside out. Oh, it's amazing. It is so amazing, okay? So we're going to talk about what Dr. Hinohara's simple diet for longevity was. I might not subscribe to it because I don't eat a lot of things that he ate. And this is not about what I enjoy. It's like one size does not fit all, okay? So you have to choose what works for you. So his diet was really incredible, simple, and mindful. And that's one of the things that we don't do. We don't have a simple diet. And again, it's mindful. He focused on moderation and balance rather than strict rules. So sometimes, I'm going to tell you, I was one of those strict rules people. You can't eat this, you can't eat that. You can't do this, you can't do that. So here's a little bit of some of the things that he ate. They say he ate in each day. For breakfast, he had coffee, milk, orange juice with a tablespoon of olive oil. Simple, that he just drank, okay? So you think if you just drink your juices. And then for lunch, he just had milk and maybe a few biscuits or nothing when he was busy. And then at dinner, he had vegetables, a bit of fish and rice, but only 100 grams of lean meat twice a week. So he wasn't a heavy meat eater. You don't see pasta. You don't see all that other stuff in his diet. And this is generally what he ate. And then if he wanted a snack, occasionally he would have a dark chocolate. It's like, yeah, baby. Talk about that dark chocolate. For those of you who know me, know I love me some dark chocolate. One of his biggest principles is never to overeat. And he said, don't overeat. He followed the Japanese practice of hara hachibu, which means eating until you're 80% full. And for those of you who are Japanese, I might have just jacked that up, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The bottom line is Eat until you're 80% full. Don't wait till you're stuffed and you be like, oh, I gotta roll my pants down. I can't move. My stomach hurt. Okay, because this was a common habit in the blue zones. They only ate till they're 80% full. Okay, so if you want to live longer, feel amazing, and age gracefully. So you may want to live longer, but do you want to feel amazing? Do you want to age gracefully? I know I do. Okay, so focus on eating healthy greens, fermented foods, whole grains, olive oils, nuts, and seeds. Wow, that sounds like my diet. Okay, but it does, I'm just saying. Avoid processed foods and excessive sugar, and practice moderation and mindful eating. So really think about what you're eating and eat it in moderation. And remember, longevity isn't just about food. You have to stay active. You have to nurture relationships, manage stress, and get good sleep for a holistic approach to a long, healthy life. And play, play, play. What do you like to play? Put in the chat, what is it that you enjoy doing for play? Because sometimes we get older and we're like, well, I don't know what I like to play and I don't play. That's part of longevity. So do me a favor, make sure to like this video. If you found anything, even just one thing that you're like, oh man, that's really interesting, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because I want to be able to give more videos out to others. So if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, then the algorithm is going to be like, oh, she's talking about something that people are interested in, and so they'll push it out more. Because we have to get healthy, and sometimes we don't see people like ourselves really getting healthy and talking about health. Okay, so in order to make sure you never miss another dose of healthy wisdom from Vanessa, not a doctor, I'm just me, just sharing my experiences. Drop a comment below. One thing, what's one food you eat regularly that you believe supports longevity? I'd love to hear from you, because I love to share it. If you found this video helpful, give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me which longevity food will you be adding to your meals this week. So until next time, I'm telling you, stay vibrant, happy, peaceful, thriving. Okay? And I will see you in the next video. Peace.